One of India's largest multinational conglomerates, the Aditya Birla Group was established in the 1960s by Shri Aditya Birla, one of the most influential entrepreneurs at that time. The origins of the Birla family fortunes lay in the second half of the 19th century, when in 1870, Seth Shiv Narayan Birla launched a cotton and jute trading business in the town of Pilani in Rajasthan, India. Despite the British occupation and the attempt to establish monopolies by the British trading companies, Birla succeeded in building the family's first fortune. With an extraordinary force of over 120,000 employees and more than 50% of its operations spanning over more than 36 countries, the Aditya Birla Group claims to be one of the most international corporations of India. The group has diversified interests in various fields and is largely recognized in areas like cement, financial services, chemicals, and fertilizers and telecom. The company also took advantage of the liberalization of India's economy launched during the country's economic crisis in 1991 to enter a number of new areas. The timeline of its operations are as follows. In 1870, Seth Shiv Narayan Birla launched a cotton and jute trading business in the town of Pilani in Rajasthan, India. In 1919, his grandson Sri Ghanshyam Das Birla started a jute mill to diversify industry holdings. In 1947, the group started the Grasim weaving plant, later adding production of rayon. In 1958, the company founded Hindalco and engaged their operations in the production of aluminium. In 1966, the Indian Rayon Corporation was established. In 1969, under the guidance of Sri Aditya Birla, the company enters into international expansion, founding Indo-Thai Synthetics in Thailand. In 1988, a new subsidiary in the form of Indo-Gulf is established for the production of fertilizers under Hindalco. In 1995, the operations are passed on to Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, who is responsible for a major streamlining and restricting of the business. In the same year, a joint venture of the Birla Group, AT&T, is formed. In 1998, Indo-Gulf started its copper production. Moreover, the group enters the premises of Canada with a purchase of Atholville Pulp Mill in New Brunswick. In 1999, the group expands into financial services through an insurance joint venture with Canada's Sun Life. In 2000, Birla AT&T merges with Tata Communications and enters the telecom sector. In 2002, Indo-Gulf's copper business is merged with Hindalco, creating a non-ferrous metals powerhouse. In 2003, Liaoning Birla Carbon, Aditya Birla Group's first carbon black company in China, is incorporated. In the same year, Aditya Birla Group board is reconstituted with Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla taking over as chairman. In 2011, Aditya Birla Group is ranked number 4 in the list of global top companies for leaders and number 1 in Asia Pacific for 2011 in a study conducted by Aon Hewitt, Fortune Magazine and RBL, a strategic HR and leadership advisory firm. In 2015, Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail Limited, that is ABFRL, is born after the consolidation of the group's branded apparel businesses of Madura, FNL and Pantaloons. In 2018, merger of Idea Cellular and Vodafone India completed to create India's largest telecom service provider, Vodafone Idea Limited. In 2019, merger of cement business of Century Textiles and Industries Limited with Ultratech Cement. Ultratech Cement becomes one of the leading cement producers globally and the only cement company globally outside of China to have more than 100 million ton capacity in one country. Thus, the journey of the powerhouse is guided by expansions into various sectors including lifestyle, chemicals, financial services, etc. And this has made the Aditya Birla Group one of the fastest growing corporations in the world. The Aditya Birla Group is home to a variety of companies and brands that have become established names in today's markets. Some of the major companies include Ultratech Cement Limited. Ultratech Cement Limited is the biggest producer of concrete in India and positions among the world's driving cement makers. The organization has a merged capacity of 102.75 million tons for each annum, that is MTPA, of dark concrete. Ultratech has a solid nearness in universal markets, for example Bangladesh, UAE, Sri Lanka and Bahrain. Ultratech is an establishing individual from the Global Cement and Concrete Association. Next is Grasim Industries Limited. Grasim Industries Limited is the flagship company of the Aditya Birla Group. It began as a materials producer in India in 1947. Today, it is a main worldwide part in VSF and the biggest synthetics, that is chlor-alkali S, major part in India. It is likewise the biggest concrete maker and is prevalent in the diversified financial services, that is NBFC, asset management and life insurance, through its auxiliaries Ultratech Cement and Aditya Birla Capital. Next is Hindalco Industries Limited. Hindalco Industries Limited is the metals flagship organization of Aditya Birla Group. It is the world's biggest aluminium moving organization and is additionally a main maker of copper. The organization works over the worth chain from bauxite mining to alumina refining, aluminium purifying, rolling and expulsions. Its key industry areas are building and development, automotive, bundling, electrical, shopper durables, refractories and earthenware production. Next is Vodafone Idea Limited. Vodafone Idea Limited is an Aditya Birla Group and Vodafone Group partnership. It is the main telecom specialist corporation in India and second biggest all-inclusive. Vodafone India's manageability activities are centered around vitality preservation, squander minimization and carbon impression decrease. Over 19% of Idea-possessed telecom towers were worked by mixture power, decreasing carbon dioxide outflows by 52,000 tons for every annum. Next is Aditya Birla Capital Limited. Aditya Birla Capital Limited, that is ABCL, is the holding organization of all the financial services organizations of the Aditya Birla Group. Through its auxiliaries and joint endeavors, it oversees total resources worth more than Rs 3,000 billion and has a loaning book of Rs 601 as of 2019. It is likewise one of the biggest asset management organizations and general insurance brokers in the nation. The organization has embraced different sustainability measures so as to reach the stage it is in today. Last is Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail Limited. ABFRL is a combination of two renowned Indian fashion icons, Madura Fashion and Lifestyle and Pantaloons, and therefore has the competitive advantage that will act as the nucleus of the future fashion businesses of the Aditya Birla Group. As a fashion conglomerate, ABFRL has a strong network of 3,031 brand stores across the country. It has a repertoire of leading brands such as Louis Philippe, Van Heusen, Allen Solly and Peter England established for over 25 years. Thus, this clearly highlights the diversity of the brands the group has stepped its operations into. With some companies as market leaders in their segments, the company aims to revolutionize the sustainability culture in the business field. Business position. In India, the company is a #1 fashion brand and lifestyle player through ABFRL. It is also one of the important players in the telecom segment. It is the second largest player in viscose filament yarn. It is the largest producer in chalk alkali sector. The leading choice in grey cement, white cement and concrete. An important player in the life insurance and asset management sector. Its plants are amongst the best energy efficient systems. Corporate social responsibility. Vision. To actively contribute to the social and economic development of the communities in which they operate. In doing so, build a better sustainable way of life for the weaker sections of society and raise the country's Human Development Index. They work in more than 7,000 villages, reaching out to 9.5 million people annually across the globe. Some amazing initiatives on part of ABG are Sustainable Livelihood Projects are reaching a mark of 80,000. They run 56 schools which provide quality education to 46,500 children. Among these, 18,000 students belong to the underprivileged segment. They have ongoing education, healthcare, and sustainable livelihood projects in Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia, Egypt, Korea, and Brazil lift thousands of people out of poverty. They have a set of about 20 hospitals that cater to more than 1 million villagers. Therefore, the company mainly focuses on the development of areas like education, health, women empowerment, sanitation, social reform, and aims to make the world a better place to live in. Management. Conclusion. Secured by an exceptional power of more than 120,000 workers having a place with 42 nationalities, the group is based on a solid establishment of partner esteem creation. With more than many years of dependable strategic approaches, their organizations have developed into worldwide forces to be reckoned within a wide scope of areas: metals, fiber, materials, chemicals, carbon dark, telecom, and concrete. Today, over half of group incomes stream from abroad activities that range 36 nations in North and South America, Africa, and Asia. With their research and development teams geared up to innovate and discover new products that solve the problem of the world and form a foundation of sustainable growth, the Aditya Birla Group aims to break all shackles in various business segments and gain a competitive edge via technological excellence in its businesses. स्टॉक एच करो, स्मार्ट इन्वेस्टर बनो।